Are you secretly wasting money? You might be doing these three common budgeting mistakes without even realizing it. Today, I'm going to show you how to find these money leaks, cut the bad spending habits, and finally start taking control of your personal finances. Baby, we're going to take control of that budget, that money. Money will no longer dominate you, honey. No, no. So if you're serious about saving, about learning to budget, about learning how to manage your finances, listen, you want to subscribe right now, honey. Don't waste no time. All right, because we are about to start. Hello. If this is your first time joining me, hello. My name is Jackie D. McKeever. I'm your favorite Southern coach, honey. Today, we're talking about one of our life cycles, which is money. We're talking about money, more specifically, your budget. Because I found that with working with individuals, whether I'm working with them whether I was working with them as a coach for a nonprofit or working for them for profit. I found that one of the three common mistakes when it came to budgeting or managing their money they made, I'm going to talk to you about it today. Are you ready, ready, ready? Okay, so one of the major mistakes that where they found that they were wasting money is they discovered that they had unused subscriptions or reoccurring expenses. Um, do you really use all your subscriptions? Like you may have several streaming services, a gym membership, and you're not really using them. Why are you still spending money on something that you don't use? Baby, that money adds up, honey. Adds up. Listen, I was like, to leave a, when I made a decision that I was going to a, that I was going to allow God to use me in a different way, and thus by giving up something that didn't serve me, which was a particular job, I created a budget for my new life. And I looked through and found that I had a lot of reoccurring expenses or subscriptions that I wasn't even using. If I used, I hardly turned the page on them. So guess what? If I didn't hardly use them, I didn't need them. I got rid of those. Okay. So I want to encourage you to go to through your bank statements, to go through your credit card statements and cancel anything that you don't use regularly. Okay? Because if you don't use it regularly, you don't need a subscription for it. Duh. It may seem duh, but a lot of times we'll add something, and it was my case. I add something and I forgot about it. Or I was holding on to it, this particular subscription. I like, oh, they don't even have it at this rate no more. I got it at this price because I was grandfathered in. And I was just constantly getting that reoccurring expense, holding on to something that I only use probably once a year. Okay? Because I had got used to wasting money. Or I was scared to step into this particular realm to where I was even managing my money even better. So there's always room for improvement. Cause listen, even if the subscription costs $10 a month, if you're not using it, it's a waste. And 10,000, excuse me, $10 a month, that's a lot of money. What's 10 times 12? $120. That's $120 you could be putting somewhere else. One of the second thing that I learned or that I learned that many people do is they may overspend on convenience. Like, oh, don't take away my Starbucks, Jackie. I'm not even talking about your Starbucks. So calm down. I am no way trying to take care of everything that you enjoy in life because nobody wants to be miserable. But you need to be aware of some of the overspending. Paying for food delivery. Oh my goodness. You mean I have to go to the store sometimes? Or paying for ATM fees. Okay. Now, even with the coffee drinking, let me tell you, I had to take a look. Like I was ordering like every day, multiple times a day. And when I decided, listen, Jackie, you got to do something else because the reason why you're doing this DoorDash, Uber Eats, um, Waiter, whatever the company was called, is because you need to save money for this. You got to do something about all this eating out. And I'm like, well, how am this is my conversation. How am I supposed to do something and I got to be out there serving this food? So I don't have time to go and stop and say, hey, I need a burger and fries. Because I tried and I got an order and I had to get the order. So guess what I did? I sat down and had a come to Jesus meeting. Okay, a come to God moment meeting, and thought about different ways I could save. It doesn't mean I eliminated all the cost. Okay, so what I did was I started uh taking eating before my shift started or making sandwiches a little like just like you go like you would for your kids, making little lunchables or lunch that I could grab and take with me, put inside the car, okay, something that's not going to spoil. And then when I got hungry, I would eat it along the way. I was still taking care of my deliveries and I was still doing whatever it is I needed to do. Now listen, I'm talking about money. And please note you do not have to do DoorDash or things of that nature to make money. I only mention some of the things that I've personally done because it's easier for me to tell you about my experience to help you evolve and not make the same mistakes. I'm not just pulling from somebody else's experience. I'm pulling from my experience to give you real, real results, okay? And real strategies. So here's the third thing. This is the biggest thing, and this is going to surprise you. Many of the people that I've given financial coaching to, I found out that they didn't really have a real budget. This is what I mean. What they did is when they decided to budget, they waited till they spent everything they had and whatever else they had, which was crumbs. I'm going to call it crumbs. This is what I'm going to budget with. They really didn't have a whole budget, a real budget, a whole budget, a real budget. Because you don't start once you done did all your spending and well, I got $3. Let me see what I can do with $3. You want to track all your expenses and create a realistic budget. Okay. Don't judge yourself because, we all start in different areas of life. You are not a failure. It is not too late for you. You are good enough to conquer this money thing. So track your expenses, create a realistic budget before you even get any more income coming in. And then revisit it after your income hits the bank. And stick to it. Stick to it. Budgeting takes Budgeting give you control over your money instead of wondering where it went. It gives you more control of your life. Okay? So listen, if any of these steps or any of these things that I mentioned resonated with you, do me a favor, drop a money sign in the comments. Whatever you do, make sure you like this video and watch the videos that I have following this and down below for more to help you take control of your money. Okay? To learn to be the lender and not the borrower.